Hello and welcome to another Gemini Rogues video. This is the ultimate best light tank there is. It's the Backchat 12T.
Yeah, right. If you wanna go along with that, you go along with that.
Whatever. Anyway, give us some background.
There ain't any. That sums this tank up. It's
There's
just
no
a prototype.
background.
It never existed.
Any models?
No,
No models.
it's nothing. It's just a fictional
Oh, it's
piece of work.
not even blueprint.
Well, it got prototype stage out of it, but never built.
I wonder why.
Yeah, why? God knows.
Anyway, can you not say anything about it? No positives or negatives. We'll leave that bit. Just give us something.
Right, we'll start the clip rolling and just go from there.
Okay. Okay. What is this? What map is it? It's.
Aye, wait. It's mobile. I'll give it that. 68 kilometre top speed.
Oh, that's quite fast.
Yeah. But then you just start straight into negatives.
Right, isn't it?
It's got a few. I'll say a few. It's got a lot.
A lot of negatives.
I don't like this tank, or by far for me the worst tier 8 light tank by a million miles. Just in every single way.
So it's no good.
Right, so we're going to park it up here. We've got that clip loader that's took us 20 seconds to load.
20 seconds.
That 20-second clip's loaded up 4 AP shells with 170mm of penetration that do 170 damage.
Wow.
And then you do that 170 damage if you hit them.
Yeah.
Because it's terribly crap at shooting. If it pens.
Yeah.
You've managed to crack out a whopping great 680 damage.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, you hit one.
And we roll for 150 something.
Yeah.
It may look like it's good at spotting, but it isn't.
Oh, okay.
380 metre view range, joint lowest in its class. So already it's at bottom at class.
What?
But actually passive scouting.
You're talking tier 8?
Yep, tier 8 light tanks. This has got the joint lowest with the WZ and the LTTB, a 380 metre view range.
Wow.
So it's not very good at sitting in a bush and spotting. It has to get closer than the rest of them do. I mean, we're talking the Orc 12 that we reviewed last week. It's got 410 metres, an extra 30 metres.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, it is. And then when you add up your bonuses on top of that, that gets extended a little bit every time.
Yeah.
You see, we're getting a bit of assisted damage coming in here, but...
You've got binos on this though. And
the gun dispersion, look, we're just moving the turret, gun dispersion.
Yeah.
Even the turret doesn't turn quick. It's got a really slow turning turret for a light tank. I mean, if you got this tank at a distance, it's got good camo rating. It's got its best camo rating out of the tier 8 lights. I'll give it that.
Okay.
But you can't use it because your camo ratings, you can't sit at a distance because you can't spot.
So.
And then if you do manage to click onto something and spot it, the chances of you hitting something from the distance with this gun are slim to none.
Are you saying...
can shoot a full clip, fully aimed in,
Yeah.
centre mass, and miss all 4.
Wow.
That's how bad this gun is.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where it really wants me to go from this. And to top that off, with it being a tier 8 light tank, it sees tier 10. Now we're going to get involved with the gun. We've mentioned the 170 pen with an AP shell. The most you get is 210.
210.
210 is the most penetration you can get out of this tank. 210mm penetration in a tier 10 match, you're struggling to do any. And that means you're firing constant gold.
Yeah.
Constant gold, constant, well, you're not going to have to pay for them in gold anyway, you can do it in silver, but constant premium ammo in this thing to try and pen anything at all. So your chances of doing damage is slim. Your chances of spotting anything is slim. With your 380 metre view range, that's surpassed by your tier 9 mediums with 400, your patterns and stuff like that. So you're not even out spotting tanks. So we're struggling again to spot things that mediums aren't spotting. All we've got is this camo rating to play with. That is it. That's his plus point. That is the one and only plus point of this tank. It's pretty much
Camo
redundant and useless.
I was going to say, I don't like to pull your camo rating down, but if they can't see you, you can still not see them.
Exactly.
You're not close enough.
Exactly. So we've got a poor penetrating gun. We've got a 20-second reload, so we can't go brawling in it. All we can do is shoot and scoot, and we can try and finish off tanks on low health, like we've got here. IS-free. And so look, it's hardly touching his health bar. 170 at this far up in the game, tier 8 and above. 170 worth of damage is just not good enough.
It's like a death from 1,000 cuts, isn't it?
And then we have to run off and hide for 20 seconds in this thing. Its armour is pretty much nil and void. 40mm, I think, is the thickest you get. And that's the turret front, the rest of it. So HE shells are going to go into you. Oh, just to mention that the HE shells, this does pack HE, but I won't even bother. With 38mm penetration on an HE round, let's try and finish this tank off, that's all it's good for. 260 damage. Is it even worth loading up there? It's 260 from an HE round. This is tier 8, by the way, with this tank, so it sees tier 10. Yeah. It's got a good signal range, that's another good thing. 750 metre signal range, which is quite high up at its tier.
That's quite good.
But you can't hit anything from a distance. You can see what's going off, but you can't do anything about it.
You are very passionate about this.
I hate this tank. For me, by far the worst tank at its tier. And just to mention on the gun, we're going to carry on with it. We can't think it can get any worse. Ridiculously bad gun depression, 6 degrees. Look at this. We're shooting the sky. You have to come all the way over a ridgeline to shoot something.
It missed.
Oh my God. It's got poor elevation skills on the gun, so it can't even shoot up. Look, we're looking up there. That's about as high as it goes. You can't even shoot anything above you. So you're struggling all ends up. A, to hit them when you do fight a gun, and B, to even point it at them in first
Why
place.
is it at tier 8?
I do not know why it's at tier 8. It's by far for me, DPM. DPM of this tank is 300 damage less per minute than the next worst tier 8 light tank. 300 less than the next worst. Not the best, 300 worse than the next worst. 1,569 damage per minute from this tank is absolutely ridiculous.
Can I ask a question? Can you stop shouting? You're doing me head in, man.
It's just mass frustrations and pent-up anger about this tank. This is all it's good for, is just coming in and trying to ninja a kill and just hope that you pen.
Oh, like a health bar, man.
Look, even that's a light tank. We're only just touching it.
Oh.
If we've got enough in there, just enough to finish off another tier 8 half health light tank.
Yeah.
And then we have to run off again for another 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
I could go on it all day pulling this tank up.
Is.
Elf points, 1,000 elf points. Again, lowest in its tier. Joint with some argue that, but still lowest out of the light tanks.
They don't really mean anything though, do they? How much armor has it got?
Nothing. 40 mil. 40 mil is its thickest on its turret front. We mentioned that. All the rest is like 25 to 30 around it, so it's nothing. So it can get HE to L.
That's more than the Hawk now. 15 though.
Yeah, but it's still nothing.
Still nothing.
What's 25 when you've only got 15? It's 10 more extra when nothing's nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, that's true.
I just can't begin to tell you how bad this is.
Can you ram it?
No. You've got no weight to you.
No weight.
It's
bad. It's bad. Let's see how well you did. Let's see how well you did. You survived.
I mean, this is some of the best games I had in it.
Survived.
This is saying something.
Oh, you got a spotter.
This is saying
something.
Second. Compared to the other tier 8 light tanks, this is terrible.
Bad.
Absolutely terrible. I know we managed to finish top at leaderboard.
I'm impressed with your passion. You have got passion.
I mean,
come on.
The drawbacks just keep coming. They just keep coming. It always gets its engine knocked out. Its engine is always getting knocked out, and it always gets set on fire as well. You're constantly losing crew members and modules. They get knocked out easy. So you don't know. You're stuck in a rock and a hard place. You take 2 repair kits or 2 elf packs because you're going to need them. But you also need that fire extinguisher because it always gets set on fire. So you're stuck. You need all of them.
Well, what are we saying to the viewer? Just do this, get past it, get rid.
You can't. That's the other problem.
Oh.
The other problem with the Batchat 12T.
Yeah.
3 tier 9 light tanks need to be unlocked from this.
Only this.
Just this. The only way you're unlocking 3 tier 9 tanks on the French tech tree is going through the Batchat 12T. That's, I think it's about 240, roughly 1,000 each tank, just a rough guess. So you're talking nearly 750,000 XP is needed in this tank to get them.
There's an awful lot of free XP, that isn't it?
It's awful. It's just awful. The fact that there's no other way of getting to them than going through this. Now it's changed. I was lucky. I finished the AMX 1390 before this, when that was tier 8, to unlock those at tier 9. So now that's moved on to tier 9, and this unlocks that. I mean, the 1390, which since it's been had that nerf of having its clip reduced from 6 to 4, is not as good, but it's still
aiming circle, man. You bounce off a tier 6.
You're lucky to hit it. Look, look how the aiming time, 2.3 seconds aim time, and we look at it, and then that's it. With what we've done there, we missed him with 1 shot, so we put 3 shots in there. We've done 510 damage, and he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
20 seconds before we loaded again. And it's not even particularly accurate. It's not like, oh, at least we're just going to smash that. We're guaranteed to pen them all.
They're lining up for you. You're all right. You're going to hit them.
If we can get him in. Can we finish him off?
Someone smashed him.
I thought mine went in there first.
No.
Yeah,
look at that. Well. Tiny little sliver moving.
It's
tiny.
I don't know where to go with this.
You don't like it?
No, I think it is the worst tier 8 light tank, and I don't think it's even a question of if it is. It is.
Keep to technicals. Give us some technical information.
What would you like?
Just anything. Anything good, anything bad.
Well, we've mentioned its view range, 380 metres.
Yeah.
So that's the lowest in its tier, which is like somebody else you shot. 750 signal range, which is pretty good. That's about the plus point scheme.
Yeah, okay.
My shooting don't help. 68 kilometres top speed, that's another plus point. I'm trying to find some pluses in here somewhere. And we can see that gun depression we're struggling with again. There's 6 degrees of gun depression.
That's not
We've already mentioned the 20-second reload.
Yeah. What's your equipment and loadout? Tell us what you've
equipment wise, I'd took my binos and my camera. I try and mech up its pluses and add on to them. So what it's good at, I try and exasperate that. So that's what it can do. And then I normally run vents on it just to try and get everything up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, of course you can't have a rammer because it's got an auto loader.
That's the little thing it is good at, is it carries more ammunition than you get from your normal light tanks.
It takes 20 seconds to fall back in. Is it worth it?
Yeah, true. I mean, you've got to be so careful because you fire 2 off, chancing your arm at shooting at a distance.
Yeah, you've got to be up close and personal.
I mean, look there, we should have shot that a long time, but we're that scared that we're going to miss it. We get too close, and we're nearly brawling now with Tiger Arm. And look how much health we're taking off him. He's hardly even noticing it.
Yeah.
And now that's it. We've got 20 seconds. If he knew what he was doing here, he should just come for us. But he's scared of us for some strange reason. Probably the back chat name.
Yeah.
He could probably kill us before I've reloaded again here.
Could have rammed you, shot you.
So we just diced him. Somebody's helping us out a bit. I think he's finally realising, hey, he's loaded. And it picks the exact moment I've reloaded to come and find out. So we're just going to try and...
Oh, you didn't...
far enough around the corner there.
You shouldn't have missed... Oh, look at that.
So we've unloaded a clip into him. Another Tiger P there. I mean, this tank, he only excels when it gets a tier 8 match. And that says something.
Yes.
If it's getting 9 and 10s, it's a non-event.
I think I might be saving up my 3 XP.
It is a non-event. You think you're doing 600 plus damage if you roll high in a tier 10 match. Against a tier 10 tank, you're going to take a quarter of his health away with a full clip. And if he does shoot you, he's going to take over half of yours.
Yeah, lucky.
So you've got to load 4 clips up just to kill him, and he's got to shoot you twice.
Wow. I don't like it.
You can struggle. I mean, you can say that about, look at the aim time there as well.
Oh, you're lucky you got one into it.
And that's what you get with this tank. You've got that 4-shot clip and you're that scared to fire it because you're thinking, oh my god, is it going to hit him? And then you end up aiming in longer than what you'd want to. And then,
look at that aim circle, man.
Oh my god.
You're doing well to hit him with that full aim circle.
Try and track him there, punch him at the same time.
I wouldn't sit in front of him.
And now I've got to get back out of it.
Ooh, look at that.
And we've got the 20-second reload.
Well, I'd be surprised if someone else shoots him at this point.
These two tracks, he's going nowhere. Somebody else pick him off. They're going to finish him off. I bet they do it just before I get loaded.
Yeah.
There we go, a bit of tracking damage there at end.
Yeah.
The 12T.
Okay.
You're going to ask me to go run down its positives now, aren't you?
I don't know if it's worth it, man.
It's not going to take long. Camo rating and ammo capacity. There, we're done.
Yay!
There's its positives. And a bit of mobility.
Mobility. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's its positives.
Positives is the train resistance positive.
It don't really matter when you're in that.
It doesn't really matter.
It's got a not bad power to weight ratio, but you said yourself you didn't understand them anyway, so we're going to start on its negatives.
Go on then.
Modules are easily knocked out.
Yeah.
So crew gets killed quite often and engines get knocked out easily.
Yeah.
That also leads to fires, so it's prone for fire.
Yeah.
680 damage per clip with a 20-second reload, giving you a measly DPM of 1,560
That's definitely a negative.
Poor penetration, long to go with that. 210 maximum with your APCR round, premium ammo, so you end up spending a shitload of money on gold when you're fighting tier 9s and 10s.
Ammo, yeah.
Aim time's poor, accuracy's poor, gun depression's poor, gun turret traverse is poor, slow compared to the other tier 8 lights.
Yeah. Is this team dependent?
I'm getting depressed here, reeling this off.
Is this team dependent?
It's everything dependent. You can try and survive. It's got a low view range, 380 metres, one of its lowest in its class. I could go on forever here. You have to unlock 3 tanks off it, which is, God only knows I'm going to drag this out of that many XP you're going to need to acquire. God knows. The DPM we've mentioned briefly before, but it's 300 less than the next lowest tank in its class and tier. 300 less than the next one.
Yeah.
It's by far the lowest damage causing tank in its tier. And put that in with the fact that it can't spot as well as those tanks as well, means you can't even rack up the assisted damage either. You can't even rack up track damage because you can't track out because your gun can't hit it. So we're struggling here. That is just pretty much, I could go on forever with this horrific tier 8 light.
Shall we wrap this up then? Because you're depressing me, man.
I've depressed myself talking about it. I mentioned it in another video before, it weren't going to be a nice review.
It's not a good
and it's
one.
just a shocking tier 8 tank.
Shocking.
It's going to have to get a buff at some point because it's just ridiculously worse than the rest of the tier 8s.
Would you advise people to save the free XP?
Yeah, save it for the French light tank line. I think it's the back chat at tier 9 you open up off it, AMX 3090 and the AMX 30 itself.
Oh dear, so it's got some good tanks to unlock off it then?
Yeah, the back chat, fantastic at tier 9, obviously at tier 10 one is. The 3090 is still a good solid light tank at tier 9. Brilliant tank. This just doesn't add up.
No.
I'd rather have the 75, the AMX 1375 before it than this, and that's tier 7.
Wow.
I'd have the Magic Carpet LTG at tier 7, the Russian light tank, over this, a tier below.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like the Magic Carpet.
This is just...
very nice.
Woeful.
There's just far too much negativity in that video, so let's wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching, and any feedback on this back chat would be quite good. Laters.